Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 72. We are here on a Monday, and we're going to have a soccer-heavy episode because, honestly, there was a lot of soccer happening throughout this week. San Diego Loyal beat Orange County away in the supporter section because on the field there was a tie, but the supporter section was fantastic. We'll talk about the bus trip. They also went 2-1 against Los Dos this last Saturday. It was a fantastic game. We're going to go ahead and cover that and break that down. The Euros are here. Fortunately, Erickson has, stolen the headlines for unfortunate news, but there is still games to talk about. Also, we didn't really get into Copa America. We're going to talk about Copa America, make some predictions about games, look at some of the squads, and predict maybe who's going to go all the way into the Final Four.
Sure.
I think it's too early to say, who's going to go where.
Brazil's taking it.
I always say Brazil. Brazil's my.
I think they're
Brazil's
clear,
my team.
I think they're the clear favorites.
You're my clear favorite.
Oh, there's no one else.
But
first, let's get to Loyal, man. Wednesday, we had an away game at Orange County, and we went on the bus.
Which honestly seems like it wasn't that long ago.
But it feels like
But
a
it
while.
feels like a fucking long
So
time.
there was it was the first away day, as the locals called it, and they got a buzz. They got a bunch of people going from the office, fans, podcasters, you name it.
Nosotros nos fuimos de colgados. Like, I loved it. Thank you for the
it was fun.
for the ride.
It was really fun.
It was. We've never really done anything like that.
A lot of people were telling me on Saturday that, hey, good job on the video. You guys are killing it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, man, we're going to keep it coming.
Hopefully, because it's tiring.
You need to teach me how to do all this.
No, not even that. Like the amount of footage, the amount of just just doing stuff again. Because the pandemic ended ish. Supposedly tomorrow here in California, it's going to be different as far as like regulations, tier systems.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we went up to Orange County Grand Park, great park with the giant orange in the middle. I had not been in one of those buses.
Más se parece el Secut, güey.
Sixth grade camp, yeah.
Like a small Secut. If you don't know what Secut is in TJ, like it's an
Una bola.
amphitheater. Amphitheater, is that what it is?
IMAX theater.
IMAX
Yeah.
theater.
So at this point, we got to Orange County, and we
Great facility, by the way.
yeah, great. So it made me jealous, peanut butter and jealous, just because. If we can have something like this here in San Diego,
Even they have so many soccer fields.
Perfect. Those the auxiliary facilities. So let's see, ¿cómo se llama? OC Grand Park. Like same thing with the facility up in Oceanside, right? Like Great Park. I'm sorry. Even the facility up here in Oceanside with like the 21 fields is crazy awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But this is pretty much the layout for this. They have baseball fields, softball fields, tennis courts. They got volleyball courts. When the game ended at 9 p.m., there was people playing volleyball in the dark with lights on. It was wild. But yeah, so there's a bunch of fields. They do have the championship stadium. They also have a indoor arena también right there, just chilling. That's where the Ducks, second tier team plays.
I wish we had all that here.
Some of it, not even all of it, just some of it, man.
It's like 30 fields.
Let's see, it's great. Like it's right smack in the middle of again, put the shit in Eastlake. Like put the shit next to the Olympic Training Center. Like there's so much land here. Watch them put it on J Street, the marina where they blew that stuff up with.
Honestly, man. But yeah, I mean,
soccer field was supposed to be. I mean,
the bus was a great time. Again, shout out to the locals for putting that together. It was a lot of fun.
And putting up with us, because we
yeah,
were thrown into the back of the bus. Let's just no, we were just happened to be in the back of the bus.
Next to
The back of the
bathroom.
bus ended up being fun as fuck. We had
some of the cool people were there.
yeah. No quotations. They're cool people. We have a
Oh, that was the
hashtag
name.
Marissa.
Cool.
You had a
Cool people.
Cesar H. Football. I like to refer people as their screen name.
With their Twitter handles.
Like there's still people to this day that I refer. Like there's a guy that had a MySpace of Oscar PMC Papi Chulo. I don't know what the PMC was. Oscar's the only part of it, but every time I think about him or see him on Facebook, it's Oscar PMC Papi Chulo. Oh, it's Cesar H. Football. Oh, it's hashtag Marissa. Oh, it's A Underwood, 68, 48, 88.
And you
Sorry,
know
Alan.
everybody's Twitter handle by heart.
But yes,
mine?
yours is at El Chiva 97 for both Instagram and Twitter.
I don't know yours.
Yeah,
Tony
it's
Sanchez.
right there, dude.
Tony Sanchez with the
Underscore Tony Sanchez. Actually, this is underscore Tony Sanchez is my Twitter. My Instagram is something different. TonyZanchez. So look that up or don't. But yeah, so this trip was fun. I guess people are known to steal scarves, so we were warned. No se callaban. The PA system was loud as fuck. Again, these stadiums have loud sound system. Even here at USD, like the speakers.
I'll tell you what's not loud in
way
Orange
too loud.
County. Their supporters group.
That's right. Like that shit was weird. Like I knew they had fake drummers, but I was not prepared to.
So the supporters group was
see
on one side, and then those drummers and trumpet people were like on top on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, other than that, like.
So then
right
now, as you can see, that was a little bit of a clip of the Orange and Black Soccer Cast. The Orange and Black Soccer Cast is the other podcast, one of the like fucking 12 podcasts that Alan does for Orange County. So they invited me on and they had me on as a guest. So I've been a guest on the Orange and Black Soccer Cast, I guess. So that was fun. And
Little rep, 2 balls in the mic.
Absolutely. Honestly, I just wanted to peep their setup.
Nice.
Might have taken some pictures. Just like, okay, I love doing that, right?
Was it like a mobile setup?
Yeah, yeah. It was good. Like it was good. They had a camera facing out. They had a camera facing in. They had a dude who was who wasn't even there. Like he was like on
like a Zoom,
like at StreamYard, but like he wasn't at the location.
Mm-hmm.
So they even incorporated him in there. But yeah,
pretty dope.
That was fun. Really wish you could have gotten the 3 points out there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, to get to the game,
yeah.
It was a pretty dry game.
Wait, we were on ESPN.
Yeah, we came out on the goal. So Tumi scored his first goal of the season, which again, on the last episode, Tony kept saying he needs to go to boost his confidence up. And again, it is working. One of the things I noticed on my last vlog, I say again so many times.
There's certain things that you say on the vlog that I haven't told you, like, and I'm gonna tell you now in front of everybody. Every time you reset or every time you turn on the camera to record something new, you're like, "Hey guys, hey guys,
yeah,
hey guys,
because I'm recording again.
Hey guys,
yeah,
hey guys."
Oh, okay. Let's see how Tony's vlog comes out next week on Saturday.
I'm nervous. You
let's
actually have
see.
good footage.
Let's see how your
you've been
vlog
asking good
comes out.
questions.
We'll compare views. It should get more views because it's Phoenix.
No, I mean should get more views. I mean, but there's only so much you can record the supporters. Otra vez, like, because I was thinking about it, like.
Well, I mean, we want to do like a little challenge with the crowd. I mean, that's why I try to incorporate like predictions and all that.
Yeah.
But let's see what you come up with.
I'm legit nervous.
Holy fuck.
Huh.
The Clippers are destroying Utah. I'm sorry, not soccer related.
Yeah, dude. No,
50-22.
They're turning it on, and Donovan Mitchell's injured, so that's good.
The claw.
Go Clippers.
Anyways,
go Clippers.
Anyways, I just want to boost Tony's confidence right now with just Clippers. But yeah, I'm sorry for the vlog. But yeah, the game overall, Tumi scored, and I had predicted a 2-0 win, and I thought I was going to get it. And then second half, Orange County just completely brought it and dominated. But here, Tony's going to show the goal.
Yeah, no, I'm just being selfish right now, just because, again, this is, like, part of it, right? Like, this is part of the experience of this whole thing, is, like, being able to do cool shit like this is, the fact that we get...
We had people telling us.
Yeah, no, like, it's fantastic, the fact that we're even able to do this, as you put on your little story, and you get to cover Landon Donovan every other day, essentially, at this point, just because you 3 games in 7 days. First time this season the San Diego Loyal go through that stretch. We won't get too much into this one because there is a whole another game to talk about.
Yeah.
But this is the game, the part of the video, the vlog.
Rolls this outside and swung through. Header is in.
That was a good goal.
Yeah.
San Diego
At this point, I'm kind of on the verge of saying Tumi is playing better than Ibarra.
Yeah. I've seen more from Tumi in these last 2 games, and maybe that's it, right? Like, Who was it? Colin Martin. When I went to training last week, I asked him, "Hey, how's been training?" He's like, "Yeah, no, like the competition is high with the new players incoming. He didn't name them essentially, but like Berry's back, Miguel Ibarra's back. There's different players in the midfield. Van Kaizeli, who's I think is filling in a little bit for injury, but yeah, they threw him in the center mid position over in Orange County.
Yeah, he's having a defensive role, and I do like it. But sometimes he has to go up a little bit and attack, and he's not good. He's not an attacking player whatsoever. Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, we are way more defensive with Vakinsele at the center defensive mid position than we are how we were at the beginning of the season with Colin and Charlie Adams at that position.
Yeah. I mean, I see.
Again, I kept saying my bad. I kept saying that these guys are solid center mids, but when it comes to defensive roles, they're not that great at marking. And that's what Vakinsele brings to the table, man.
And, that game, it's a tale of two ties, right? So there was a tie over in Phoenix, and, you're winning 2-0, and then you get tied 2-2 in the last 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. That felt like a loss, right? This felt more like just a regular tie. This is a regular tie. It could. I even felt like this is a game that the San Diego Loyal could have won as well.
Absolutely.
It's also a game that San Diego Loyal could have lost. Pinche Trey Muse, dude. Trey Muse is something else. Like the reaction times, like that stop at the end of the game in the second half with his leg.
Yes.
When they were passing by, like I had to stop him, and when they were saying hi to the fans, I had to stop him. Like Trey, like holy shit, that stop over there, like I don't think people realize how like amazing they do, right? They do. But how amazing that reaction time was. Like that in any other situation, that's at least, that's a goal, man. Like I don't know what to say. Like that's a goal.
And I remember the first 4 away games, I kept saying, hey, we should try Austin. I don't know, the communication is good. After seeing him live, he does communicate well with the defenders. And you can tell the problem was we just didn't have a good core of center backs. And right now with Mayher and Yaro. Yaro,
yeah.
Like,
and
they're fucking walls, dude.
Yeah, Yaro looks solid in person. I think this is the first time couldn't have been.
What?
Is this the first time I see him in person this season?
Yaro?
Orange County? Yeah, right.
But
that's the first time I've seen him in person. Because they've been away. I've seen him at training, yeah, but like in game. Because you had seen him.
He played against Orange County.
That's what I'm saying. That's the first time I saw him.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so he's solid back there, man. Mm-hmm. Like he's really something else defensively with the ball on his feet. Maybe like sometimes he gets a little like wishy-washy, wibbly-wobbly. But I mean, what can you do with it's a center back? Like that's not necessarily his role. Again, there was a lot of support out there. Saw Guido just like walking in the stands. Expert move by Caesar and his journalistic just knows, man. Like este vato is something else. Like he just started a conversation, ended up being able to interview people after the game. Was
it's
fun.
the power of the blue check mark.
It's the power of the blue check mark. Like he gets a little like ooh about it, but like it's.
Hey man,
it's honestly part of it. I learn a lot from him, right? Just from being next to him. Charlie over there saying hello. I think you and I have both just called him Charles now. Like in the video, in the vlog, you called him Charles.
I was like Charles Adams. That was a good picture too.
You look good, boy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm down 60 pounds officially.
Oh.
Yeah, so I feel good.
So if you see Chiva, don't offer him anything. He's on a mission.
Yeah.
He's on a mission.
Don't offer me any sweets or anything.
But again,
candy,
after this, and we'll kind of start wrapping it up here with Orange County, right? So it was really cool after the game. Pretty much
the bus ride back home was so fun.
Yeah, so there's footage in this video of that. There's limited footage of that. And that's the thing too. Like you were stone cold sober. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, just stone cold sober. The players after the game came back, said hi to Jack.
Jerry, I'm sorry. I did not meant to make you feel like an asshole. But if you weren't there, like Jerry comes over and
offers you beer. Like,
why is he not drinking?
Because you're like, what the fuck,
loser. I was like,
hey, Jerry, I thought that.
Yeah, he was already buzzing.
It's fine.
And I was like, well, okay, I'm sorry, I had a surgery, and he just did that face that.
Oh.
Wow, thanks for making me feel like a dick.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to, man. I mean, I just want you to know, like, that's the reason.
Es pura carrilla, güey.
You know, if I didn't have it, I'd for sure like be drinking with everyone else.
Landon Donovan getting it mobbed by a child, saying, "Hey, can I get an autograph?" And Landon like saying hi to everybody, but keeping in his head, I need to get a pen, asking for a pen for this kid who wants an autograph. One of those things too, right? Landon Donovan talking shit to your face about U.S.-Mexico game is surreal as hell. Especially, it's Landon Donovan talking to me, to my face, about how the U.S. beat Mexico is something else. But again, this also put me into perspective, right? Because after the match, there was a bunch of Orange County fans just like waiting on him and like Landon, like you just forget, like this is the greatest fucking ever, like that's crazy. But yeah, so thank you to Chad Cromiti. I'm just gonna say that in Spanish so it's easier. Orange County media relations hooking us up with passes to go up there, and that's another notch. It's another press pass that we can claim. Really proud of what we're building, and hopefully soon we'll have much more.
I wish they would have given us like the actual badge instead of a bracelet, but
yeah, like I like badges. Is this?
Oh, Landon. That's the question.
That was good footage. That's your phone, right?
Yeah. Good quality camera,
it's not bad.
Dude. It's good
it's not
quality.
Bad. Yeah, no, our file got corrupted and I was panicking.
But on Saturday, guys, there was a home game again against Galaxy 2, or also known as Los Dos. And they're the second place team in the division, and it was going to be a hard match. Carl asked for a prediction for me, and I was hesitant, man. I don't want to upset people with my predictions, so I've been saying that we're going to win.
You're going to.
And the thing is, for this one, I did say, like, I can see Los Dos winning. I can see...
All right, I'm sorry, guys. Jordan and Darren, we need to work on your as the Brits say, your techers, your those feet skills. Not saying right now that I'm much better, because I did talk about being a model for San Diego Loyal. They asked me to juggle, and like the first one like went that way. I was like, oh shit.
You're a goalkeeper.
I'm a goalkeeper. What can I say? I'm a goalkeeper. All right, so this is the starting lineup. Again, the starting lineup for Orange County was much different, with Herzog, Berry on the bench. Mm-hmm. It was resting.
He was rotating. Games. You have to rotate three games in 7 days. That's a lot.
So this is what the lineup was for Los Dos this last Saturday.
Callum Montgomery, who got this first start for SD Loyal, giving some rest to Elijah Martin.
Mm-hmm. Josh Yaro, Jack Mayer, Jack Metcalf. So we had our three Jacks, nuestra tripleta. What is that? Three of a kind.
Yep.
Three of a kind of Jacks. Mayer, Metcalf, Charlie Adams as captain in the middle with Thomas Van Kuyzel. Miguel Ibarra on the wing, Jack Blake, who's been just absolutely killing it. Corey Herzog gets a start along with Miguel Berry, who came on in the second half for Orange County. Pretty solid. It's a solid lineup.
Guido, the biggest difference was Guido on the bench this time.
So we had Guido. Also, not to be understated, Stoneman.
Oh yeah.
Wait, featured Grant Stoneman came in
and guess what?
Guess what? Got a fucking yellow card immediately. It feels like home. It's wonderful. I
was waiting at the corner to ask interviews to ask questions to the players. And he came in, started the whole file. I was like, I miss Stoneman. I'm so glad he's back.
Yeah, and getting some minutes in there. Is he going to play next week against Phoenix? I can very much see that, and being really important for that game.
So let's get to the game itself. The first half, If you saw the vlog, I kept saying, "Man, this is not the most entertaining match."
It wasn't.
Uh,
It wasn't.
Galaxy started off on fire. They hit the post in the first like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and other than that, it was just back and forth action. Like Corey Hertzog tried like taking a shot in midfield.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't
I
a bad
laughed.
idea, but
It wasn't a bad idea because again, you saw it today in the Euros.
Yeah.
It was a half field shot and it made it in. But hey, he tried it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't this weak foot lefty. So I mean, it was nice. I mean, imagine that goes in. Pinchi gol de la temporada de la USL.
I mean, right now we have 2 goals, and we'll talk about them right now that are up, or the goal is up for goal of the week for San Diego Loyal.
So I mean, second half starts, no subs yet. Los Dos ends up scoring in the 61st minute, and everything just seems like okay, yeah, this is kind of what we expected, and it's what San Diego Loyal has shown us all season so far.
Nothing different, right? Like it's typical San Diego Loyal gameplay.
Yes.
The first part of the game, the first part of the first half essentially was a lot of just like seeing, tentándole. What I will say is for this game, you got to go to the media as a media credentialed media. This is the first game I've ever gone to San Diego Loyal as a fan. Ticketed, and I'm gonna sit and I can yell whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I was with my girlfriend. I took her, and she enjoyed the hell out of it. She doesn't typically watch a lot of soccer, but just the atmosphere was just great.
I met her for the first time, guys.
Yeah, you guys talked about Grey's Anatomy in front of me and how like I'm in the loop. Wait, Dr. Weber didn't die, got electrocuted. I know he's not gonna die. I know he's not gonna die because I couldn't help it, and I had to watch the first episode of season 10. He's getting operated on. I still don't know if he lives or dies, but he's going to live. Like, there's no way he's dying. And if he does, I'm going to be so upset. Anyway, Arizona cheated, by the way. Fuck her. Chamorra.
She did.
Chamorra. Like, poor Cali. So you guys bonded over that. So, again, there was
So after the first goal...
hold on. I do want to say... Sorry. That's my hair's all over the place. Este vato, the new guy that came from Minnesota United. Oh my God, I just talked about him. We just talked about him. ¿Cómo se llama este güey?
Callum Montgomery?
Callum Montgomery, right? So he was on the left side in the defense, right? With Diallo in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever the fuck the right winger was for Galaxy. Again, these are kids. These are children.
It was an 18-year-old. I looked up the ages for all the players. The oldest player was 26.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was one of the center backs. That kid you're talking about, the short one, he was 18 years old.
So when that started, that's why I bring up my girlfriend, because again, there's not a lot of actual soccer context to what she sees, but it's great because I see the perspective of somebody who's watching a sport just objectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it immediately identified as a pinche morro, like ese morro está as quick as fuck, and this and that. And you see big ass Callum Montgomery just hauling ass as much as he could. He got him twice at the beginning of the game. Twice. Se lo llevó, and Callum Montgomery couldn't keep up.
He just kept
and then I just looked over. I turned over. I'm like, watch. Next one that there's going to give it to him, he's not going to pass. He's not going to pass. It's either going to be the ball or the kid, or not both.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what happened. He learned. He adapted on the fly. He saw the speed. He's like, all right, cool. This is what he does. These are going to be my angles, and just locked him down.
Yeah, he read him like a book.
He read him like a book, but that's the thing, right? So like, you have to be concentrated throughout the whole game because you saw exactly what he's going to do. You have to be in the game. You can't mess up, especially with a player like that, because one maneuver and he's gone, and he's done. And there was a couple times in the first half, the game started with LA Galaxy hitting the post. Mm-hmm. And so a little bit to the right, and that's a post and goal, or that's just a straight goal. And that's we were at like glancing distance. And so when that first the post hit,
I just knew I had to turn, look at Tony, and like we both went like, "Hey, bro!" Like
this is like, again, like typical San Diego Loyal, unfortunately. And let's see if I can, because it was in the beginning. Shout out to Jack Cronin for his crazy good calls. Have you heard him?
Yeah.
Like, shout out to him, and
I
shout
really
out
thought we
to
were gonna score
Shannon.
here.
So this is what the 42nd minute. So they don't even have the fucking why
But it was a shot, hit the post,
Yeah.
and again, it was the thing we keep saying. You guys are giving them too much space outside the box,
like right outside the box.
and we just looked at each other, and we're like, bro,
like this is what we keep talking
Yeah.
about. Like this is what we keep talking about. They let everybody. They give them all the time in the world. They don't press. They don't come up. They don't step up. When they do, they typically get the ball. They were being physical in the beginning of the game too. And that's the thing, right? If you're playing against kids, if you're playing against inexperienced people, you want to go ahead and show them the presence, the physical presence, and the experience early on. ¿Sabes qué?
Exactly.
Viene un morro or somebody comes up trying to get the ball.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Siéntate, papá.
Asústalos.
Yeah, and you don't want to hurt the player, obviously, but make
It's a
your
little
presence
message.
known.
It's a little message.
Yeah, so next time that they're going to try to do a play on you, they think about it. They think about it twice. You know what? I'm not going to go one-on-one. I'm just going to turn the ball and give it back and just play it around.
Otro vergazo este vato, me va a doler. No
Yeah,
thanks.
exactly.
So after...
So, I mean, in all totality, right, the first half was pretty boring.
Yeah, by the way, we did give away 2 tickets for this one again. And we're going to have her on right now, actually, right?
Yeah, we're going to have Shannon Little, who we gave out the tickets.
You met her at the...
at locals vaccination volunteering that they did at Rady Children's Hospital. So we'll talk about all about that. We'll wait on her to jump on the Zoom call, and then we'll get her perspective of pretty much what went down.
While we wait for her to join, so after the first goal, I did say, and I got it on the video too, I said, you know what? We need Guido in. We need Tumi in. We need to take how do you pronounce it correctly?
Honestly, at this point, I've heard a couple of times.
I keep saying Van Kayseli.
Van Kayzel, like
And how Azteca calls him. Van Kayseli.
Van Kayasele. I have a very Edgar look with my hair right now. Eka.
No quema ka.
No quema ka, efu.
La mamalona ka.
Oh, all wild boy.
But anyways, I said we need Tumi, Guido in.
I think I have it here, right? This is where you said it?
I was behind the goal. I think so. No, I was...
You were behind the goal?
Yeah, right
So-
there. It was right after the goal, man.
Nothing dangerous from either side, really.
A little more forward.
Pretty boring
Little more
game
forward.
for both sides.
Yeah.
Pretty boring game, I agree,
Gotta
Chiba.
be the subs, man. I think Vacanzela needs to come off. Ooh, that would have been a good play right now. First goal for Los Dos.
So, yeah, so Los
This,
Dos
after
scored.
this, I said it, yeah.
Not looking good, man. We need some subs in, man. We need Guido in. We gotta take Vacanzela out. He's not performing well on the sub right now. Again, the locals are still singing, though. I love it. I really love it.
And I called Ibarra coming out, too.
Yeah.
Guido, complete game changer, by the way.
Yes.
Like, this guy is too good to be in the USL.
So, we have the chance to ask Landon and the player questions on the field after the game. And we have this on this video. We have Berry, we have Guido, and we have Landon speaking on the game. But at this point, it was 1-0. I was just looking around, talking with some people around. They were like, yeah, same shit. Like, we go down. And the goal fell to go down 1-0 after the most dangerous play for San Diego Loyal.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the issue, right? So that was what my question was going to be, because I'm just here like, what keeps breaking down on the transition and counterattacks that allows the other team to always score after the most dangerous play that we have? And it happened, and it was a bucket of cold water. And the question that I was going to ask was not going to be nice. So that would have been an experience. So hopefully they win, so I can ask nice questions. And
they did.
And they did. So that's the thing with Loyal. At some point, it was going to be same old story, same old this, same old that. But then, Alejandro Guido comes on.
And to the point where I have people that don't really follow Loyal that much to tell me, hey, dude, that guy that did the little Meg and the chigolazo.
Pinche golazo. So
It was such a good goal, man, and he just completely changed the game. Before that goal, he had 2 shots already. One hit the crossbar.
Immediately,
just barely coming in.
I think we actually you got that.
Yeah, I got that
you
too,
got that
dude.
on video. Hey, good. Again, that's why I'm nervous, dude. Like, great job. So I think this was this is the actual goal.
It was right there, right before.
So I think
it's that
right
one.
there. So we go this.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I got both goals too, and I was like, Tony, I got both of the goals. I hear, boop.
And that's what Guido does, guys. He creates chances. We already had 2 chances with Guido on the field. That goal's coming.
And
guess
it
what?
happened.
And
it
guess what?
happened.
So here it is, right?
Sí, pinche genio, güey.
Pinche genialidad, güey.
Sí, de Guido?
Fuck.
Sí, güey.
Like,
Sí, güey. To be that guy, that guy's getting benched.
I mean, are you? I mean, can you
Had 2 chances with
blame
Guido
him?
on the
Let's
field.
all right, Chivita.
That goal's coming.
Here, let's go for the official one, right?
Yeah.
That one's all right. So then that was the goal for them.
High up front as well, if given the opportunity.
We have seen that this year.
So this is the
Bah.
post on the post, as we just saw. By the way, because I'm on the stands, I am a ticketed member. I can say whatever the hell I want, and my best thing that I said,
I think she's waiting.
I'll get to right after we
Yeah.
welcome our guests. Let's see. Again, on the fly. We're not really a live radio show, but we still do things like this. And we're going to have... Can you hear us, Shannon?
Hi, I can hear you.
Hi, how's it
Hello.
going? So let me just switch it on up here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Here on Two Balls and a Mic. Everything good on your end? You can hear us, see us, and everything?
I can hear you. Good to be here.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us. So, as we were saying, I met you over at the locals vaccination volunteering day, one of the days, right? And so, since then I'm like, you know what? Like, if we're gonna give tickets away for this home season, like, might as well give tickets to people who do good things for the world, right?
Okay.
It was a really rewarding experience. Shout out to Tom Phillips. Shout out to the locals. Well, let's talk a little bit about that, Shannon. So, what compelled you to volunteer for the locals and to help Rady Children's Hospital that day?
I mean, it was just one of those things where, you can feel kind of helpless with everything going on. And then when we got the email from the locals saying like, hey, there's this great volunteer opportunity with the vaccines, it was like, well, I can go, help out for, a couple hours here and there. Why not? And just to feel more part of this really exciting thing, like, wow, we can finally get vaccinated. Which helps us, get to be back in the stadium and get to be back all together. It just felt like a cool way to get to know other people in the locals, number one, but also just get to give back in a tangible way with, all the really rough stuff that's been happening over the last year and a half.
Exactly. And so, you did a great job. I remember that day. You did the hardest job, which was to actually handwrite everybody's cards came in. So,
Well, I tried to pass it off to someone that has better handwriting, but you said yours was worse than mine. So I was like, okay, here we go.
mine is chicken shit.
Yeah,
Like
his
it's
handwriting is
disgusting.
horrible.
Like, thank you for doing that. That was a great service to the community. People would have to probably retake their vaccines because they can't read it. Or no, I'm kidding.
I was like triple checking on everyone's license. Like, am I spelling this right? I hope I am.
So, okay, let's fast forward it. So I hit you up. Hey, you know what? I got these tickets for the second home game here at Los Dos. Are you down to go? And you said, yeah. And you went into 109. So were you excited to go to the first game? Were you at a game last year? Or, what was your feeling going into last Saturday?
Yeah, well, it was crazy because last year I went to the preseason game and then the home opener, which was so great. And then the home opener last year was literally my very last live sporting event before everything shut down. So I think that was March 7th.
Yeah.
And then I was out of town Memorial Day weekend, so I didn't get to go to the home opener this year. And then when you messaged me and were like, hey, do you want tickets for June 12th? I was like, yes, I do. I'm in town. This will be great. And so it was like this bookend where like the Loyal home opener or the Loyal game this year was the very first live sporting event I went to when everything opened up. And it was the last thing I went to before everything closed down. So it's like bookended everything.
That's wonderful.
So how did you enjoy the game? I mean, you went another win at home. So how did you enjoy the atmosphere with the locals?
Oh my gosh, it was so great. I mean, just like, walking into a stadium with everyone decked out in like the scarves and the colors, and you can just hear like just the liveliness, right? Like everyone's just having a great time already, and the game hasn't even started, and you're just like, this is what I've missed for months. Like just being with people who are stoked to be watching, cheer on your team, live sports, and then getting to actually be in the supporter section. Like I love that. I used to be a season ticket holder, actually for Orlando City when I lived in Orlando for grad school. Nice. And like the supporter section, I just fell in love with it there, because it's like you can't have any of that energy in the same way unless you're like in the middle of it, So yeah. Getting to be back in that section with like the drums and the flags and the smoke, it's like this is the best sports experience you can have, I feel like, in the U.S. is being in a supporter section at a soccer game. So the locals did it right. It was great.
And that's the thing too. Still limited capacity for the locals and for that stadium. One of the things that I just kind of floored me were, part of the San Diego, we are, it spread throughout the stadium. It wasn't just in the local supporter section. It was throughout the stadium. And that's just exciting to see, people. You can tell people want to be with the locals and want to be a part of it. And it's something great. Yeah.
What was it like seeing the whole team just line up there and do that San Diego "We Are" chant?
Yes.
I mean, pretty incredible, because I don't think, well, I wasn't there for the home opener, but I didn't think they did that for the home opener, did they?
No, they didn't.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like new tradition starting. Pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you can tell the players so appreciate, obviously, the fans being there, like, especially after how many games last year they had to play without it. It's like, makes such a huge difference, and you could tell that they were just stoked that we were all there, just as pumped as they were.
All right, so it's 1-0. Loyal's down, right? Everybody's pretty bummed. It was a pretty uneventful first half. Loyal gets scored on 1-0. What's the feeling?
I mean, you're just freaking deflated. Like, I mean, the first half was so rough, and then it was like, great, we're down. Like, this, it is towards the end of the game. There's not a ton of time left. It's just like, no, not for our home game.
All right, so then Alejandro Guido comes in.
Yes.
Changes the game completely. Still 0-1. Ball hits the post. Ball almost goes in for Loyal. Finally, Alejandro Guido gets the ball across the line. How, did you just throw stuff? Did you have hands in your hand? Were you waving flags? Like, what was that explosion of emotion like?
Well, first off, the nutmeg first. Like, that was just like, oh my gosh. Like, you just could feel it. You're like, something's coming. And then I feel like the width he had in that corner was like so pin perfect on that goal. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, he just nutmegged a guy and then got it in the one spot where the goalie could not get to, in that like near post. I lost my mind. I like threw my scarf off. I was like whipping around my head, and then my arm got tired because I have no upper body strength. I'm like whipping my scarf around. I'm like smacking people around me. It was amazing. I was like, Guido, yes.
I'm gonna play it a little bit more a couple more times, but I'm gonna play it once right now. Like this. Like you're saying, Shannon, that nutmeg was something special. So much so that, like, knowing soccer and how it usually goes, it's like, all right, he did the hardest part. He's gonna miss it. He's probably gonna go wide. It's probably gonna go like this.
It was still a long shot too.
It was a long shot, but this is the player that in question.
Beautiful move. Here he comes. Long range. Get her again.
So that was fun.
So we had the best view.
Picture perfect.
Yeah, I think if you were sitting with the locals, you had the best view to it. You were right behind the goal. You saw it like barely go in. I mean, it was a great goal. And then you saw the fast break towards the end, and you see Guido Berry wide open in the box. Perfect cross. Gets it inside.
Who gave the ball to Guido? Jack Metcalf, right?
I think so.
So Metcalf, and that was a good counterattack. Metcalf to Guido on the sideline, through the wing. This just leaves the defender in the dust.
It was just a perfect cross.
It was a great cross. Goes in.
Cross was on a dime.
What was the celebration like for the winner?
I mean, I think honestly, I think I was in shock, because it was just like our final third had been pretty rough most of the game until Guido came on, and it was like we got like 2 goals in 10 minutes, or like how long was it between goals even? I didn't even double check the time, but it was just like, oh my gosh, we're gonna win. Like Like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
And it was in a way history for San Diego Loyal because it was their first comeback win.
First comeback win. And that's the thing. Here's an interesting stat that our buddy Weston from San Diego Loyal, not the stat guy but still providing stats. San Diego Loyal, they had Poway and Chula Vista represented in that goal, right? In that comeback win. Arizona, Phoenix, they just celebrated, and they've been here for a longer while. They just celebrated their 4th Arizonian scoring a goal for Phoenix in their history.
Oh, wow.
So already 50% of what Arizona's been having in their history happened in one game with 2 local San Diegan guys scoring and sending
That's
it
great.
for 3 points. Did you lose your voice? Did you? What's something non-soccer on the field related that you enjoyed, that you really liked, other than the locals, like maybe food, like
The beer.
the beer?
Oh yeah, I got a beer. That was great. Got 3 street tacos from Belinda's. That was delicious. Got carnitas juice all down my arms.
Part of it.
Great.
That's exactly what it's all about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things that we want to provide this exact experience for everybody and anybody that wants to, right? So and it gets tickets. So thank you again for volunteering. Radius Children's Hospital has a special place in my heart, so that's why I was there, and I'm glad that I had a chance to meet awesome people just like you out there. And I'm also glad that you were able to, go celebrate a Loyal comeback victory. It was a really good game.
I know. It was the best game to be at. I was like, all right, like everyone go volunteer because you're gonna get rewarded with a great game. And yeah, thank you so much for the tickets. I got to take my friend who I'm trying to get her more into soccer, so it was really easy to convince her because I was like, the ticket's free. What do you have to lose? And she had a great time
Nice.
too. So.
And that's what we want.
And that's exactly what we want. Expanding to people who don't typically maybe watch soccer, you want to get into a little more. That live experience, just bar none. Like there's nothing like it. Would it have been different had it been a 0-0 snooze fest? Maybe, but it wasn't. And we're glad that it wasn't the case, and it was actually a really good game, and it ended positively for the good guys, for San Diego Loyal. So I'm glad everything came together so serendipitously. Is that how you say that? Probably. I'm using bigger words than I know. But Shannon, thank you for your time. And hopefully, we get to see you out there again this season and with 100% capacity. I'm looking forward to everybody just losing their voices again. I lost my voice because I was in the stands for that one. Yeah. So it was fantastic.
It's like all is right in the world. We're losing our voice at sporting events. It's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Right.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Again, thank you, Shannon, for everything, and we'll catch you out a little later.
Thank you.
Out there
Thanks for having me on. Thanks
Definitely.
for the tickets, guys.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So we're talking here as far as, God, I hope, like, again, I always catastrophize stuff. I'm like, I hope everything's fine with the Zoom, with the this.
I mean, it was fine. The audio was good.
All right, cool.
But
So
anyways,
yeah, again, if you want to be, hold on, if you want to have a chance to win our San Diego Loyal home game tickets, because we do have home tickets for every single home game for San Diego Loyal at Torero. If you want to go ahead and be one of the people, go ahead and follow this, because Bridge Barkada, our buddies over at Bridge Barkada, are
coming back, baby.
Finally.
Do you like to play pickup soccer at the park? Bien comercial, no? Hola. So Bridge Barkada, man, great community. If you like playing soccer, man, there's no better place to play at, man. Bridge Barkada just gives you the experience that you want in San Diego.
Yeah.
And all they want to do is just expand soccer in San Diego, which is what we want to do as well.
Exactly. And, with the pandemic winding down and everything opening up tomorrow, June 15th, or today, wherever you're listening to this, yesterday, 10 years ago, if you're listening to it in 10 years in the future. So I'll just read it. Bridge Barkada, futsal Saturday, 6/19, 619 day. 619 day is going to be a soccer-filled day. Just warning everybody. 8:30 a.m. at Chicano Park. It's been over a year since we had our last pickup game, but we're back. Thanks for everybody for doing their part to make this return possible. Free futsal, 5v5 co-ed pickup session. Not only co-ed. If there's kids, if there's children, they'll put them on the field. They'll everybody will have a good time. Doesn't matter this is not on the, I'm not reading it. But doesn't matter the level, doesn't matter anything though. Everybody's gonna have fun in there. Be safe, respect each other, and have fun. There's also
Is it a little
just
early?
discretion.
Might be a little early, but it will be a lot of fun.
It is gonna be a lot of fun. So again, speaking about giving away tickets,
You want to be there? Trust me.
you're going to want to be there because that's where we're going to go ahead and give the tickets away. I'll just tell you, if you want the tickets,
It's sold out.
be
by
on a
the way.
team. Yeah, it is sold out. Be on a team, 5v5. And if your team ends up winning the most games and staying on the field for the most time, then your 5 will then compete against each other to see who's going to win the tickets. And it's most likely going to be try to hit the pole, the basketball pole.
Kind of like a crossbar challenge.
Crossbar challenge, but, in a basketball court.
So you definitely want to be there if you want to go to this game. Again, I tried getting tickets for some of me and my buddies, and it was already sold out, so it's okay. But you definitely want to be there on Saturday. We're going to be there. And, something I noticed,
What did you notice?
and people are going to tell me to not wear this anymore.
Oh, no.
For this season, for every the 2 games that San Diego Loyal won,
Okay.
I have not worn my San Diego Loyal hat with the skull.
That's the thing.
Every other game,
Uh-huh.
I've worn the hat to watch the game.
So if you're superstitious, are you superstitious like that? I mean,
am.
clearly you are. You're
really
bringing
am.
it. You're
I
bringing
am.
it back, right? So like, I also don't like to wear like branded stuff. Like I'll wear the colors of it, and this goes back into like Mexico, right? Like
you told me you don't
I
wear the Mexico jersey.
don't wear the Mexico jersey. I'll wear Mexico colors. I'll just vague. I don't know. I've never liked it. It's different if I go to a baseball game. I'll wear a Padre jersey. It's weird.
But yeah, I'm not gonna wear that hat for the games anymore.
I kind of want you to wear it though, just for the sake of experimentation, right?
I'm not wearing it this Saturday,
Interesting.
just in case. If they win on Saturday,
Yeah, you gotta burn that.
Yeah.
like you gotta
I'm not
donate
gonna
it.
wear
You
it during games
gotta.
anymore.
But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the actual comeback. We stopped at halftime because that's when that's when everything just went bonkers, right? So Guido comes in, changes
Yes,
post up in the air, gets
and you heard us
gets
talking
the
about it
ball.
with Shannon. Like,
And yes, again, before we had Shannon on, I was talking to you about the worst thing that I said in the
yeah.
stands. So we have the second half. We have Jurgen Klinsmann's son, who's the goalkeeper for Los Dos, on the local side. It was like nice and quiet, like and not nice and quiet, but it was after a song. It was the perfect time, and now you just hear me say is like, Klinsmann, your name ruined U.S. soccer.
I like Klinsmann though,
For ruining U.S. soccer?
because Mexico always beat them.
True. Very true. I'll give you that. But a bunch of people turned around and were like, hey, it's true. Hey,
it is
got
true.
a bunch of fist bumps. I know that cut him to the core. So
Yeah, they had a pretty rough patch with Klinsmann. But yeah.
so yeah, they had the comeback.
Good Legoyal.
That my spelling. Bro.
Good. He's spelled loyal Legoyal.
But let's see.
Dude, what are you looking for?
For this?
Go again?
Oh yeah. So
I
again,
like it.
I want
I
to
like
see this
it.
again, right?
Yeah.
Pinchi Guido. So in the 74th minute, right? There's 15 minutes left. You're losing 1-0. You haven't really had too much attack.
Comment down below how many times you've seen Guido's go since the game.
Yeah.
For reals. Like, comment down below. I've seen it probably like 50 times already.
So let's and the ooh from the crowd
the
during
nutmeg.
the nutmeg, like ooh,
Yeah.
like that was just sweet. Just, chef kiss. That,
Yes.
I could listen to that. I could listen to that over and over.
Beautiful move. Here he comes. Long range. Get her again!
So I had the best look at that goal out of everyone in the stadium, man. I gotta tell you that. I had the best view for it. I'm right behind the goal. I see his Meg. I'm like, oh. And then I see the shot.
Oh.
And I just see like the goalkeeper dives and there's this much space, dude.
Yes.
For the ball to go in. And it goes right at the right spot. I was like, I turned around. I just started looking at the locals and I go like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I see Tom Phillips and everyone else. I'm like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, man.
And again, a moment captured by the Chiva cam.
Look at that. Oh, dude.
Let me switch it here. Again, it's I'll watch it from over here because again, I want to see the ooh again.
See what?
Oh.
Here he comes. Long range.
You see me just turning around, just celebrating. That's go. Like if I scored the goal.
See way. Oh ho ho.
Dude.
That's space. Again, that's what Shannon and you were talking about, like the amount of space.
Because he's not badly positioned.
Look at that. Wait.
Yeah, dude.
Wait.
That goal
Like,
is nasty, dude.
as a goalkeeper, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Like, it couldn't have gone into a better place.
And
like,
you know,
there's
you
nothing
always
better.
say there's not any other goal more beautiful than a top corner goal, but this is just as good.
Yeah, that's that bottom,
Including that
bottom right
nutmeg?
corner. Because again, you're looking at how many bodies it had to go through.
Yeah.
He had time to cross and cover the ground.
Shot, man. This guy just killed it.
Such a fucking good shot.
No, let that the wind and go. That beautiful cross, dude.
So okay,
Like,
so
it
we're
was-
still talking about the first goal right now,
It's
but yeah,
just
we'll
dude, that's
go into that. Let me find it.
like
in
me
our-
prendí, dude, with that cross.
So yeah, so let's look at the highlights of this version of it, because again, I was saying Jack Metcalf was the one that gave the ball over, so I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was, right? So yeah,
As well there, just bats
Ball.
it down.
Bah. Quick little move.
that
After I saw that,
look.
I was like, turn the camera on.
Yes.
Turn the camera on.
So yeah, so here comes a pass on a counterattack. On a counterattack against a very speedy team who at this point, if I was LA, you're trying to win the game, and they were trying to win the game.
Yeah,
Trey
they were.
Muse had
Yeah.
a really fucking another great
yes,
save, dude.
yes.
Amazing save.
And it was right before that.
It was right before
Yeah.
that, actually. Yeah, exactly.
Well, there, just
So here comes a
bats it.
pass. Guido doesn't do anything. Like,
He touched the ball.
he...
La punteó.
¿La punteó?
Yes.
I thought he just, like, fainted.
No, la punteó, dude. Look.
As well there, just bats it.
Boom. La punteó just to
no la
do that
punteó.
on purpose.
No la
Sí,
punteó,
la
no la
punteó,
tocó, no la
vato. Vato, yo estaba allá abajo.
As well there, just
La punteó, vato.
bats it
Ahí la punteó.
down.
Oh, beautiful look from
It's
Yeah,
fucking
no,
great.
yeah, that's what made it even better.
It's
And then look
fucking
at this
great.
cross, dude.
the cross.
So I'm right behind it, and I see the cross, and the defender just literally jumps, and it reminded me of Giovanni Dos Santos goal
Just,
against the
like,
US.
trying as
Like
much.
he jumped, and the ball like just barely skins his hair, and Berry just headers it in. It
The
was
palomita. Like, again, you know, we're jaded now, right? Because pinche golazos, super athletes that are playing soccer. When I was growing up, a palomita, a diving header like that, was special.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's almost like as good as a bicycle kick.
Did
like,
you see the palomita for the Olympic team, the pre-Olympic team?
for
For Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Le jugaron a Australia, and they were tied 2-2, I think, and then las entraron y el vato se echó una palomita, golazo.
But again, going back to this cross, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is the details, right? In the intricacies in soccer. Such a beautifully weighted pass.
That-
Just, it took
it's not even one of those where you
forever.
actually like try to. It's a chip cross.
It just floated.
Yeah, like he chipped that cross perfectly, dude.
Here he goes again.
Look at this. Boop.
So when he chips it, like usually you hit it with this part, right, to
Yeah.
cross it. I think he just hit like from the top. You know, just like there's
So-
no like power.
It's kind of like the top of your toe because you
Yeah.
still put a little bit of chanfle on it.
Guido.
'Cause look at that.
Press. Look at Berry. Let's go.
Knocking everything out
And that's
of
just a
the
natural
channel,
soccer
but
instinct, man. You can't
Guido
teach that.
here, he wins this
Yeah.
alone.
Seriously can't
Magic
teach
to
that.
free himself down
Boop.
the line. He sees Miguel Berry. Want that from your defender.
That is
You want
fantastic.
Yellow card
Yellow
Stone,
card
man.
Stone, man. Let's
Mr.
go.
Yellow card himself.
Let's go. Let's go, Stoneman.
He went
Hell
in,
yeah.
high-fiving. I got a yellow card, guys.
You
Let's
got it,
fucking
guys.
go.
Look at this. Look at this. This is a celebration of a goal for a defender for
line.
him.
He sees Miguel Berry.
Beautiful.
Want that from
Yeah,
defenders. You
yeah,
want
that's
them
for you.
protecting
Yellow
their
card. Let's go.
goalkeeper.
Good
Stoneman
job.
thought it was a little bit of a cheap shot to use. You want your
And that was
players
pretty
standing
much
up
the
for
end of the
keeper.
game. There's a great gif of
Yeah, man.
Landon just pumping up. If you want to see where I was, again, I was in the stands, and I think it's in here, right? Because
Que pinche golazo, cabrones.
yes, I was. Lit.
Everyone loves that clip,
I
man.
was fucking
That
lit.
clip is hilarious, dude.
Let's see. I'm trying to find exactly what happened.
Like, people are gonna respond whenever we score. They're gonna put your clip now.
I hope they do. I hope they do. Like, it was a sweaty mess.
One of my goals for when I do this again is when they celebrate, just be close to them so they come and celebrate to my camera. They won't. They'll never do it. But man, I really hope they do it. If you guys are watching this, Guido Berry, I know you watch this, dude. If you ever do score another goal and you see me with the camera, instead of the big camera, go to the GoPro.
I'd also like, in that same vein, right? Like, I would love for like
They come
a
hug you.
custom 2 balls and a mic celebration.
Whoa.
Like,
Hey, that's something you're gonna have to talk to
I
them
don't
in
fucking know.
practice. We're gonna have to come up with one and tell them. You know how like a fan told Mason Mount?
it's like 2 balls.
What is that?
like 2,
Bro, that's not.
and
That's
2
not.
balls and a mic.
No.
2 balls. 2 balls and a mic.
It just looks like a penis, bro. Come on.
I don't know what penises you're looking at, but the ones I know, the ones I know.
But yeah, look at this Tony Cam. You need a better iPhone.
It's the same iPhone you have.
It's not the XR. You got the XR?
Yeah.
When?
Like a couple months ago.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Hand me downs from my sister.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, que pinche golazo cabrones. Good job, San Diego
It means
Loyal.
good game. Los dos.
Cabrones means your mother's a great cook.
Yes, it does. Oh, man. But yeah, so I love talking about SD Loyal, man. I didn't think I would love it this much.
Bato, again, here we are.
Especially when they
Fucking
win.
An hour of San Diego Loyal.
Normally we end the podcast at this time.
Yeah, normally we end the podcast at this time.
But there's too much soccer
There's
to talk about.
so much soccer.
Like,
Are you ready for some soccer? I want to put the little soundbite again because I love that soundbite from The Simpsons.
Open wide for some soccer!
We have more soccer to talk about, and unfortunately, though, look.
yes.
Yesterday we talked about this. The last week we talked about the Euros. We kind of skimmed over Copa America, so we'll go back in that, talk about the same thing. Look at some of the teams and squads on that. Again, soccer heavy episode. As soon as football starts, we'll have football and incorporate a little bit more. But for right now, there's just way too much soccer. So the Euro started.
The most unfortunate thing. Well,
Okay, so
something scary happened, and
yeah,
you know what we're talking about.
in Sunday morning.
But let's start with this Italy game.
Okay, well,
That was Friday.
all
That
right.
was the opening game.
All right, let's start with Italy. So Italy,
This was such a boring game. I'm not gonna lie.
it was such a boring game because it was classic Italy.
Yes.
It was really good classic Italy, passing it, possession, beautiful,
Yes.
good runs. The Italians are looking good. Again, they played against a Turkey club who aren't maybe the strongest team. But if you want to look at it in the stats wise, you have
They're not the
24
strongest
shots.
team,
They're
like,
not the strongest team at all.
whatsoever.
24
No shots on
by
target.
Italy.
3 shots total. Come on. Yeah, like Italy had to win this game.
It was just pure domination by Italy, 3-0 in this,
The crazy thing for Italy in this one is you don't have that strong of an attacking core. You have Immobile, Insigne, and you have Jorginho on center mid, Champions League winner, as Tony would call it.
Champions League winner, absolutely.
You have the strong defense like always. You have a solid goalkeeper like always. But this was redemption for Italy for not making the last World Cup, for not being able to play well in the last couple of years. 3-0 to start it off. It's a great start.
And for all the shit that we give the U.S. for not making the World Cup, like, not enough shit's given to Italy for not making those big tournaments. Because, you know what, U.S.,
It's kind of like
it's an equipo chico. It's a small,
you have to give shit to
team.
Germany for not making the round of 16 last World Cup. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a 3-0 for Italy. Then you had Wales, Switzerland, tied 1-1 over here.
Like
nothing.
Bale, non-existent. 2 shots on target by Wales. Like nothing impressive.
Switzerland was dominant.
Shaqiri assisted. So that's kind of what you want from your go-to guy in the midfield. You want him to be the scorer, assist, and you have those players that stand out in smaller countries like Switzerland. You have Shaqiri. That's how he's super well known. That's why he's a Liverpool. And you want him to assist, and that's what he did. 1-1 draw. It's not bad results for either team because, again, none of them are the strongest team.
Shaqiri se me imagino a Jack Metcalf. Like, it's a power block unit on the wing. Shaqiri's a little bit more attacking minded.
He's just really fast, but he's strong.
He's strong as fuck, dude.
Like,
he's short.
He's
yoked,
short, dude.
But
and
again,
then we had the Denmark-Finland game.
All right, so let me take you into my experience. I think I told you a little bit about this, right?
Yeah, told me a little bit.
So I was having breakfast at that time over in a restaurant in Hillcrest. Shout out Snooze Cafe or Snooze whatever. It's
Sponsor us.
Delicious. Oh boy, I would fucking love that.
Free breakfast every Sunday.
Oh, but that spot is delicious, dude. So we get there, right? And so we're getting sat down, and it's around the 40th minute in the Denmark game. And there's only one TV here. And I was allowed to sit and be able to watch the TV. And so as I'm watching it, as we're ordering, I have my phone ordering on a virtual menu. I miss actual menus, so I can point and do this. So then I'm looking at the screen, right? And so at this point, I think everybody knows what happens, right? Christian Ericksen, Denmark, number 10, gets the ball thrown to him from a throw-in, hits him in the knee as he's stumbling down, and he just collapses in a heap. Immediately, like, I fucking knew. Just because I've seen this before with Muamba, in the FA Cup with Tottenham. And then I looked him up again, like Miklos Feher, who was in Benfica. That one actually like scarred me, right? Like, I remember watching that as a kid. Miklos Feher also passed away. He was on the field, went to cardiac arrest out of nowhere. And the way it happened, like, again, the cameras showing that for, it was scarring, right? I thought about that. I think about that a lot. Like, it's weird to say, like, I've always been a gordito, and I've always played soccer intensely, and that's something that's always been in the back of my mind, like, oh shit, like, this can always happen. And again, like, if you happen to fucking super fucking athlete, and again, it's not like he's playing in second division, fucking Ukrainian.
No, this is a soccer superstar that plays for the Italian champions.
Yeah, Italian champions, the biggest team.
He
one
didn't
of the
have his
biggest teams in
best
England.
season last season, but es un crack.
Yeah,
A este vato le dices Erickson, es un crack. Ese vato está bien cabrón. Ese vato le pega bien chingón a la pelota. Like, Erickson is a well-known soccer star, man.
Yeah. And so, obviously, again, he goes down in a heap. Congratulations and good job to the referee. Congratulations to everybody involved. Again,
Paramedics, man.
There's been incidents in soccer that have led up to the preparation for this exact moment, right? Yeah. For this exact thing to happen. So we were getting into it a little bit as far as like the broadcast.
What a lot of people questioned, especially here in the U.S.
Which
was that they didn't go on a commercial break. They didn't go to like back to the studio and just talk about it while it happened. That's the thing, the biggest difference in soccer compared to any other U.S. sport. Any other sport in the U.S., when there's an injury, immediately go into commercials, especially a serious injury. You go into commercials and then you go back and they don't show what's happening on the court or on the field. This doesn't really happen in soccer across the world, man. They'll show you what's happening from a distance, but they'll still show you like how the injury happens, and they'll show a repetition of it over and over. Yeah. So a lot of people like Pat McAfee, he was talking about it, and he kind of questioned it, like, I don't know why the broadcasting and NBC kept doing that.
I clearly remember watching Dak Prescott's leg a couple times.
But did they go on commercial?
I mean, they always do. They always do. That's the thing with soccer, right? You don't go into commercial. Like, there's no commercial breaks.
So at one point, they asked the players to make a wall.
Yeah. So
while they're doing CPR. on
So
Erickson.
again, the story and a lot of things are coming out from who and what did and everything right. This was Christian Erickson collapsed in the pitch. KJ AE together ER here. We have the technology. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Was the first album. I can't copy and paste it. Can I copy and paste? Yes, I can. Let's give the respect to the captain, right? Because he's the captain of Denmark, who was number 4, who was the first one to get there. Let me.
Jair.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh shit. Okay.
So we have number
Ja.
4, the captain for the Danish team, Mr.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was the first one to summon the medical team and quickly onto the pitch after he got his teammates to cover while he received medical treatment and consoled Eriksson's wife, Sabrina. So, again, that shit was, all of that was wild. So as it's happening, I'm just horrified just watching this. Nobody else in the restaurant knows what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having breakfast with my girlfriend. I'm like, turn around. This is literally me. I'm just like,
¿Se te quitó el hambre o no?
see, I had I was really hungry, and like that happened. I'm just like, I don't like the food came. It's just like, no. I did end up eating it. Just
Of course you did. Yes, of course you did.
Sustenance. You know, I need sustenance.
Yeah, no, of course you. Not gonna pay for something you're not gonna eat.
So yeah, and then she turned around again, not necessarily understanding the intricacies of who's what's where. Like she got emotional, I got emotional. Like I was like, fuck, dude. Like my mom is like, I've seen this a couple times, and I've heard stories, and a lot of the times it just does not end well. There's not a happy story to it.
Luckily, he was.
I was
stable.
so
He was
distraught.
fine.
So this is what happened, right? I was so distraught, and we were just like, we were the only 2 people that gave a shit in the restaurant, and we were just like, people kept coming up, hey, is everything okay? Like, is the food okay? We're like, yeah. And then at some point, like, one of the waitresses comes over and he's like, hey, they made an extra something pancakes, and would you like a blueberry pancake? And we were just like, yeah, like. And so it didn't click, and then my girlfriend's like, you know what just happened here, right? Like,
She told her.
no. Like,
Oh.
she told me, like, you know what just happened here, right? Like, we just got a free pancake because we're both just, like, looking so destroyed. So it was like oh, shit, I don't know what's
Sympathy
happening.
You got a
Here's
sympathy pancake?
I got a sympathy blueberry pancake, and let me tell you, that shit was delicious. But, like, man, like, I was just destroyed as it was happening. I've never seen CPR like that in a broadcast actually administered. That's when I got worried. That's life revival.
It's man. We're
Measures.
both CPR certified, and if you see it
So
live, it's a little scary, dude.
No, like that's what we have to do. Like
Yeah.
if you really think about it, put everything into perspective, we are CPR certified, and that's our job, and we have to do that, and we have to be able to quickly act. Again, when I was watching it and I saw, everything happening, I was like, wait, where's the medical team? Where the fuck is the medical? Like as soon as you went down, I was like, where's the medical team? Let's go. I saw the medical team like going in there. I'm like, wait, hurry the fuck up. Like, why are they just walking this and that? Looking back on it, no way. Like in these times, like time just moves so slow. And they got there immediately, but I just didn't register. Like I was like, guys, like, wait, ayúdenle, like, hurry.
Mm-hmm.
In front of the home fans, I think it was Copenhagen, the game. So that's in Denmark. No, ¿verdad? No. Wow. Well, I don't know, but home fans, Finnish fans.
The tournament's in Turkey, isn't it? Oh no.
No, that was the cup. Where is the Euros?
Isn't it like a specific country that's being played at?
Yeah, and that country is.
I really thought it was Turkey just because they had the opener.
Which country will host Europe in 2012? Google says Europe. Thank you.
Where's Europe?
Let me just Google Europe.
Shit, man. Come on, Google.
So, I mean, scary things. Like, again, like, I don't even want
On the good news of it, the hospital was a mile away from the stadium.
Hospital was a mile away from the stadium. You're right. Everything was the best case
Once
scenario.
Erickson was stable, he did call his teammates and said, "Guys, finish the match."
So that leads up to another question, right? So should they have played that game that day?
Complete disadvantage for Denmark
Mm-hmm.
because the players are just destroyed. They're
They're just emotionally
like
exhausted.
you're not there, man. And for them to lose 1-0, I mean, I can't even blame the guy that missed the penalty. Like his mind's not on that game, man. Like your mind is, you know what? Our friend is in the hospital.
See,
Our
like
friend literally just he died on the field, guys.
like he literally died on the field, and that's the thing.
His
Like
heart stopped on the field.
the shots of him, just like with the eyes, is just again haunting, and I'm never gonna forget that. Again, shit like this happens like all the time. You just don't see it with that millions of people watching it. How weird would it be though? Like, how weird is it gonna be for Erickson? Like, you have actual footage of you dying.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I mean, I feel bad because he's never gonna get to play soccer again.
yeah, and it's not even, again, that's the last thing that we should be caring about is hey, it's just a fucking game. Yeah, 100%.
But dude, for
But
this
the way
players,
he played it,
this game is their life, dude.
yeah, what the way he plays, and that's why we like it, right? That's why we like certain players. Like, wait, like that's what I was explaining. Like, I don't know him. I don't know the guy. Like, again, the emotion of it could have been a volleyball player, and I could have been watching volleyball for the first time. I would have been just as emotional because it's it's sport. I understand sport, the sportsmanship of it. But like, I don't know this Danish dude that's played across the. But like, as silly as it might be, like I've had this guy on my ultimate team. Like, es compa, and like that's what happens.
In my fantasy leagues.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
You had him in your fantasy league.
Nah, not for this.
Not for this game. Okay.
But some people did, and again, like it's just crazy to think about, man.
And players were doing the respects. Hakimi scored, threw up a 24, his number, with Inter. Same thing with Lukaku. When he scored, he went up to the camera and said, like, I love you. Again, another
His teammate.
Teammate over from
Hakimi is also his
Inter. You had Huming Son who scored and came up to the camera and said the same thing, like, hey, like Erickson, like, I love you, Erickson, like throwing up the
23 because he was 23 at Tottenham.
And I mean, again, like, it's crazy to have this thing happen in front of millions of people. I mean, there's I was really thinking about it, like, we don't need to show what happened. Everybody at this point knows what happened.
Exactly.
It would be insensitive to just keep going into that. But again, it's fascinating in terms of like the responsiveness of it, right? You learn things from Muamba to este güey we were talking about from Benfica, Feher. Same thing with Astori, who had a cardiac arrest in the training. It's just these unfortunate things that happened led to a happy ending, which is, what, he lived. And all props to the medical team. They're the ones that won the Euros, for all I can care for. Give the Danish medical team a fucking trophy, because they definitely deserve it.
Absolutely.
Again, going back to, like, should they have played it? I don't know. Kasper Schmeichel is over here saying, like, they forced us into it. UEFA were the ones that told us, hey, you have to play it or else you're going to lose, forfeit 3-0. In this situation, like, again, there's no correct and best decision where everybody's happy and everybody is taken care of. You have UEFA, who has the semantics of it. You have scheduling, TV rights. There's so much money. The fans, the hotels, the tickets, this and that. Like, that's why they have to say 3-0. Like, you can't. You'll forfeit. Again, not defending UEFA because they're pieces of shit, too. But they were put in between a rock and a hard place. But yeah, I mean, it's the saddest thing is we're not going to see Erickson play. The best thing is he's alive, man. Like,
that's the most important thing.
It's scary. It's scary as fuck.
We have some more games to talk about.
Yeah.
And I know it's tough to follow up with that, with everything that happened.
Yeah.
But
And that's the thing.
The tournament has to go on.
It has to go on.
And yeah.
The again, you get the best and worst of it, right? Because this is why we like soccer. We like soccer because it unites. It brings everybody together. During the suspension, everybody was in the stadium. They were screaming. The fans were the Finnish, from Finland, obviously Finnish from Finland, were starting a chant saying Christian, and then the Danish fans were finishing it with Erickson.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that is what it's all about. Just the uniting power of this game, and it was the worst, best blueberry sympathy pancake I've ever had.
We're gonna move on from it.
Move on.
Because we had other games to talk about. After that we had Belgium against Russia, and Belgium is that team that you're like they could win it, and then somehow in playoffs they just choke.
Yeah. So this is still technically like the ends of the golden generation.
So I'm in a fantasy league for the Euros, and our buddy Weston is joined, and I have a friend, Mingo. Shout out Mingo. He is the luckiest guy when it comes to fantasy soccer.
I hate that.
And I'll tell you why.
Like
This guy has Thomas Meunier in his team. This doesn't start, which is great for everyone else, right? 20 minutes in, a player gets injured. Who's coming in? Thomas Meunier. He scores and assists and gets a clean sheet because he's a defender. Giving Mingo 16 points with just one player.
Fuck. Oh, shit.
Like, that's the luckiest thing in the world. And I get it. He's a great player. He didn't start. And I hate Mingo for that. Mingo, I hate you for that. But I love you too, dude. Fuck.
Shout out
But
Better
the-
Bust. His podcast.
Rest in peace, Better Bust.
Shit.
Oh,
Man. Oh,
just
boy.
kidding. No, he's still doing it, but I think he's focused on NFL.
Mingo,
But anyways, Lukaku scored 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
This guy could be the player, the golden boot for the Euros, man. He has a
good head start.
pretty easy group, and I think he's just gonna keep scoring goals, man.
Yeah, and he's fucking powerful. Russia no trae
And
nada.
they dominated 3-0. Russia no trae nada, and De Bruyne didn't even play.
Yeah, and that's scary because he started training today, and he's probably going to come back mid Euros, and it's going to destroy it.
We came to a point where Torgan Hazard starting in Belgium over Eden Hazard. So that's crazy. But we also had a game on Sundays, and the 6 a.m. game was one of the favorites that has a super young team, and they could be the favorites in the 2026 World Cup, in my opinion.
Yes.
England.
So actually, before the game, Luka Modric, who played against England, had some comments to say. You know, in FIFA where you're playing career mode, and you're like, are you gonna make a nice comment and talk and praise the other team, or are you gonna talk shit about the other team? Oh, fucking Luka Modric chose talk shit. So he was like, that arrogance is not so much related to the players, but the people around him. Some of the journalists and commentators when speaking about England and their pretty much their world, their media, soccer coverage and world.
And that's crazy because he used to play in England.
It's fair. It's fair.
So Croatia, who are the runner-ups for the last World Cup, no traía nada.
Nothing.
Honestly, they
not
had
the same
possession, but England is not a team where possession matters. Go up to the lineup real quick. That guy, which guy is it?
For Croatia?
For England. Is it Ming? I think it's Ming. He plays for Leeds. Dude, shout out to that guy, dude.
Se la rifó?
Se la rifó, vato. I know it's not him.
No?
No, dude, what's the guy's name?
Was it Trippier? No. Might have been Trippier.
No, it wasn't Trippier. It's a defender for Leeds. Phillips. No? Yes,
Yes.
that guy, Phillips.
Calvin Phillips.
Oh, man, that guy killed it, dude. He great pass to Sterling. This guy was killing it, man. Again, Sterling, number 10, se lo quitó Rashford, by the way.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't think Sterling was going to start. I thought Rashford would have started over Sterling, and Sterling scored the goal. Harry Kane, no hizo nada. Phil Foden hit the post early in the game. And you see this lineup, and you're like, wow, this isn't the starting lineup that I would have thought England would have picked. Mason Mount, great season, deserved to start.
Champions League winner.
Declan Rice, solid center mid. You start Foden, who had a great season with City. Harry Kane is your star striker. You have to start him. And you start Raheem Sterling, who's still 26 years old and is probably reaching his prime.
Yeah.
And on the bench, look at their bench. You have Luke Shaw, who's a left back that made the Premier League Team of the Year. Grealish, who's such a great talent.
Jack Grealish had a
for
great season.
Aston Villa, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson, center mid from Liverpool, that's
He's-
having a great run.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford, solid left mid for Manchester United. You have Calvert Lewin, striker from Everton, who had a pretty good start of the season.
Yes.
You have Reece James, right back from
Oh, you mean Champions League winner?
Champions League winner, who, by the way, called him over Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah. Good.
So you have, and then you also have,
Why would you want a Europa League runner-up?
you also have Sancho on the bench, which is crazy.
Jude Bellingham también está.
17-year-old from Dortmund.
Este güey está bien
He's un
cabrón
crack.
también. Like it's.
So that's what I'm saying. 2026 is going to be a good year for England.
Mhm.
Will they win it? Probably not. But
We'll get there.
We'll see what happens.
We'll
Yeah,
see what
but-
happens.
I think it's to the point where Modric just can't carry the team anymore. Perisic no se vio nada. Like, yeah, Croatia had his good run, but not anymore.
Alaba and Austria 3-1 over North Macedonia.
Alaba got the assist for the second goal. Good cross. And then Arnautovic, who we talked about in the last podcast,
Mm-hmm.
scored it, the last goal. El gol de Macedonia, gol más tonto, vato.
Oh, you mean
Pandev.
Goran Pandev, who turned into the youngest striker, the youngest player to ever score a goal for Macedonia in the Euros at 37. And yes, I said youngest.
Because he's the first goal ever in the Euro.
I think so. I think so. Their first ever.
It was their first ever goal.
First ever championship match, European championship match. So yeah. So
So he's the youngest.
He is the youngest player to ever score.
Yeah, Austria.
at 37.
They struggled a bit against Macedonia. They ended up winning 3-1, and they're on top of the group for the first week.
So that was that. Then we move into Scotland.
We had Netherlands and Ukraine on Sunday.
Best game of the tournament so far.
So far,
bar none.
France Germany should be the best game of the first week.
Mm-hmm.
But this game, Netherlands winning, dominating. They're 2-0. Scored 2 goals in 6 minutes in the second half. Wijnaldum, captain, PSG just signed them, snatched them from Barcelona, literally. Captains for the team and scores the first goal.
By the way, remember that player I was looking for Ukraine?
Yeah.
Andriy Yarmolenko. It was him.
¿Viste el gol?
Pinche golazo.
Pinche
güey.
golazo,
Like
vato.
these goals again.
That was their first goal in in the Euros or something, like 5 years or something like that, I heard. Pero golazo, vato.
Let's see if I can get away with this. Again, because I don't know what the rights are for the Euros. If we're gonna get taken down for copyright, I would hate for that to happen.
Again. Pero vato, fue un golazo.
Zinchenko over from Manchester City. Over to Yarmolenko.
Yes.
Passes it. Here you go back again. Outside the box.
Boom.
Hits it. Nothing. It's the Kellenberg, right? Like nothing any goalkeeper can do
Yeah,
about that.
es un golazo. And then 4 minutes later, they end up tying it.
Yes.
Which now you're like, wow, is Ukraine really gonna upset Netherlands? Like, really?
And it was
And then there's a cross from Ake.
Nathan Ake. Shout out
And
former Chelsea.
Dumfries just headed it in. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done.
Frank de Boer, who everybody fucking hates apparently. I mean, they do because he sucks as a manager. He was the manager for Atlanta 2. He was a manager for Crystal Palace. He valió verga in both teams.
Like, the defense is doing so good with David Blind, and you take him out and put Ake in, and shit goes to shit.
dark horse maybe to win the whole
Because
thing.
look where that goal came from, on the right side, and that's where David Blind was playing.
Yeah.
And nothing was happening. He was being a wall, man. So,
Daley Blind, who also had health complications himself, related to similar things with Erickson and stuff.
really?
So when he got subbed off, he was in tears and he was crying just because he was just so emotional from all of that happening.
yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so that was that game.
We had games on
best
Monday.
games. Scotland, Czech
Honestly,
Republic.
I
Sorry,
missed it. 6 a.m. Had to go to work.
Peter Cech isn't playing anymore, and they're
Yeah.
careless. However, they did score a golazo from halfway, which is probably goal of the season, or goal of the Euros. Did you see it?
I did not.
Oh, that's okay. So let's see if I could find this immediately. Top. Let's see. Was it this one? Might have been this one.
Let's see.
If not, we'll see what this one is.
Can Scotland keep the pressure on here?
Can Scotland keep
as
the
they
pressure
look to
here?
hunt down an equaliser. It's Stuart Armstrong.
Scotland making their first
Two
European
Southampton
appearance in
players on the
forever.
pitch now. Jack Hendry tries again.
Yes, it's this one.
Is
But
this
it
one?
could be costly because
Oh,
it's the
nice.
Czech Republic on the
There's
break.
nothing more. Like,
Patrick
Qué
Schick
madrazo
scored
se dio el
again.
portero, güey.
honestly, he should have done better in that.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't throw himself.
Costly because
He
it's
shoots
the
it.
Czech Republic.
Right there. You gotta, even if it's going in, you gotta throw yourself. You have to. You just look like
Didn't
an
he
idiot
look like an
running.
effort?
You look like
He
an
ran
idiot
into the net.
running into the net.
Patrick Schick has
Oh, what a
scored
goal,
again.
man. Yeah, that's probably going to be goal of the
He's
season.
taken
Yeah.
But yeah, Czech Republic takes the 3 points. And then we had Lewandowski with Poland. Clear favorites to beat Slovakia.
Mm-hmm.
And Szczesny scores an own goal. Then they tie it up. And then they lost in the 69th
Yeah, they
minute.
were down a man. Krychowiak got a red card.
Lewandowski almost scored at the end. But it was the cross was just too high.
They
Yeah,
need, I mean, they need more than Lewandowski. Lewandowski
They
just
do.
can't do it alone. They need a Blychakowski.
And then we had Spain, who were on the COVID
España.
protocol thing.
Okay, so
This lineup,
Hold
man.
on. Listen to this tie stats. These stats for the tie: 17 shots, 5 on target. All right. To Sweden's 4, 1 on target. Possession, 86%
Yes.
possession. 86% possession. Let's see.
Bro, 917 passes.
Let me
They almost got 1,000
Here.
passes.
here. Let me see.
No, 917 passes with 90% pass accuracy.
90 minutes times 0.09.
What's 90% of
Am I doing it
917?
wrong? Hold on. I'm doing the percentage of how much time that is in 90 minutes to have 86% possession.
Let that alone. What's 90% of 917? What's 0.9 times 917? 825 passes out of 917 were completed.
For what though?
Or what
For
exactly? To tie 0-0 against Sweden.
There was a couple. Koke missed a couple of really
Yes.
bad ones. Again, he's a
Yes.
midfielder. He doesn't tend to do those things, but you have to be able to. If you're in that position and make those midfield runs, you have to be able to finish them. And those were some howlers.
But this lineup, dude, I never thought I'd see the day where Jordi Alba was the captain for Spain.
Isn't that crazy? Like that's the level that they have right now.
Yeah, Marcos Llorente from Atletico, Laporte, Torres, who I don't know, Jordi
Torres is-
Alba.
yeah, from
Villarreal.
You should know him really well, actually.
Yes.
Jordi, as you said,
Koke, who
Koke.
came off, Hernandez, who came off. Not Xavi Hernandez.
No, it's
Rodri from Man City.
Yeah,
And then you also have Pedri, 17-year-old from Barcelona,
yeah.
starting.
Ferran
Morata, Ferran Torres, who's also
Torres.
good talent. And
And
Olmo.
Joaquin del Olmo, Danny Olmo.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
Like-
Joaquin del Olmo reference.
Like portero Simón.
Simón,
güey.
Simón, güey.
¿Quién empezó? Simón, el vato.
güey. Yeah.
No, pero ¿quién
Who was
empezó?
the backup?
Simón.
Who was the backup? They have.
They have
Oh,
backup.
oh.
Aspilicueta, who didn't play.
Hey, he's resting, boy. He just won a Champions League final. Let him. Let the guy get
That's
back
crazy.
in there.
You didn't start Thiago Alcantara either.
Right. Like, I think you would put him over Pedri, just that experience over there. But, it didn't work. Shout out to Olsen. Shout out to Larson. Shout out to Forsberg. Shout out to Lindelof. Another
Lindelof,
Olsen.
Man U.
Good job, man. You representing with a tie.
But tomorrow we have Portugal against Hungary. I'm excited to see Portugal play, man.
I'm excited to
This
see you
team,
hungry.
this team, man. This team, I have them winning it back to back.
Really?
I do.
You have Portugal winning back to back.
Yes.
What's
So
your
I
prediction
hope
for that for tomorrow? I mean, I don't know anything about Hungary. I don't know anything about.
4-0 Portugal.
Sure, I'll back that up. 4-0.
Dos de Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes scoring 2 goals and assisting 1.
Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Huh?
And Cristiano scoring another one. And I think someone else. I don't know, Joao Felix maybe.
Yeah, there you go. They did have Joao Cancelo test positive, so he had to go out, and they had Dalot coming in. France, Germany, that's the big one tomorrow.
France is the favorite. And I think they're going to win. Actually, I don't know. It's a close one. Germany hasn't been playing bad in preseason games,
Mm-hmm.
but I think France is just too stacked, man.
So let's look at the lineups and the people that they took. Rack for Germany, you have Manuel Neuer, Champions League goal scorer in the final, and Champions League winner Kai Havertz, Toni Kroos, Thomas Müller, Timo Werner, Champions League winner Timo Werner, Marcus Royce, Ilkay Gundogan. When you have Champions League winners, you can do that too. Quién sabe quién es Jamal? He plays for Bayern Munich apparently. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Did they take him? I thought they didn't take him.
No, I thought they didn't.
I thought they didn't.
They have way too many players on that list.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think they called Draxler.
Yeah, no. Interesting.
Julian Brandt, I know it's not on there either. Maybe. I don't know.
I know Gunter is in there.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Germany's stacked just as France. But France has Benzema this time.
France is going to...
I want to see Benzema in that French uniform again. You got N'Golo Kante. You got Paul Pogba.
This is the group of death, too.
You got Mbappe. Whew.
And Baps.
France winning 3-1.
2-2 tie.
Wow.
I say they tie. I say that it's going to be a good game. I want to see a good, exciting game.
So, we're going to move on from the Euros because that's all we had for week 1. And we had the Copa America.
Oh, I don't know if I have a theme song.
Copa America, it's only 2 groups, 5 teams in each group. I believe positions 1, 2, 3, 4 qualifies for quarterfinals. Yeah, so there's only 2
There's
teams
only 2 groups
that don't advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, so it's
At
like
this point, they should have done like semifinals.
It's like a mini Copa America. Like they should have just done like NCAA, just like brackets. Fuck it, like this from
Honestly,
the beginning.
yeah.
Fuck it.
But
yeah.
Sunday we had Brazil. It's being held in Brazil, so Brazil are the hosts. They get the opener. They played against Venezuela, and this lineup for Brazil just a little different than what I like to see on the field. But they played great, dude. They scored. They won 3-0.
So they have Alisson in goal, Danilo, who plays in Juventus.
Yes.
Eder Militao,
Madrid,
Marquinhos, PSG, Lodi.
Where does Lodi play?
Let's find out.
Atletico.
Madrid.
Nice.
All right. Shout out him.
They switched him out for Felipe Luis.
They did. Lucas Paqueta, quién sabe dónde está ese vato.
Who came out in the
He
second
plays.
half
Okay, he plays in
AC Milan.
No, he'll probably be current teams.
Lyon.
Lyonnais.
Lyon. Nice.
So then you also have
Casemiro.
Casemiro, Real Madrid. It's just a solid, like, I think there's a stat where it's like Casemiro, Brazil has won like 90% of the games with Casemiro starting.
Is just one of the best in the defensive mids.
You threw Fred.
I think he's just, it's Kante. Casemiro's below him.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he's up there.
Wow.
Yeah, Fred.
You put Kante and Casemiro above Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, defensive mids.
Oh. Well, Kante is just a center mid.
Nah, he's a defensive
mid. He's a box to
box. Fred, who had probably his best season with Manchester United. Gabriel Jesus played winger, and Richarlison from Everton started on striker. And then you had the captain Neymar. Is Neymar the leader that Brazil need? Right.
No.
No?
Not the one that they need.
Wow.
That's the one that they have. So I don't like the leadership that Neymar has. He just doesn't cut it for me. Like I like the way he plays. I just don't like him as a leader, like at all.
Interesting. I really okay. This is gonna be a bold statement.
Oh.
I think he makes a bigger impact than Robinho did. Obviously.
Oh, I mean, yeah, 100%. Like,
Robinho era un crack. Pero estaba en un equipo que era la sombra del equipo, because you had Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Kaká. So, I would even say Neymar over Kaká. No?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, Kaká won a Balón de Oro.
Something
against Ronaldo and Messi.
Something that Neymar has not yet done and probably won't do. I don't think
now
he's
with Mbappe on his team.
Exactly. But yeah, so
Venezuela again.
Fidel Martinez. No, I don't know any of them. Brazil's winning this. Like they're winning.
Yeah, I think Brazil are the clear favorites. And then on Sunday we also had Colombia against Ecuador. And not a bad game for Colombia. They ended up winning 1-0. No James, but they have, I think, Cuadrado, Edson Cardona, Uribe.
They have a good defense line. I mean, with Yeremy Mina, he's
Yeah,
good.
Mina's just
Ospina
a
is a
monster.
very underrated goalkeeper. When he
Yeah.
was with
Yeah,
Arsenal,
Yeah.
he's very short. Ospina in Napoli and Arsenal was pretty all right.
Ecuador,
Fidel
Valencia.
Martinez,
Fidel Martinez, Eder Valencia.
Tijuana, yay! But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, not much from Venezuela.
Argentina tied today against Chile.
And again, Chile is not what it used to be anymore. Obviously, Vidal's a little old. Alexis Sanchez wasn't there. And you have Lionel Messi scoring bangers with Argentina. Like, absolute bangers from the free kick. Yeah, dude, you have a solid team with Argentina. Lautaro Martinez on top. You have Paredes. You have Messi. What else do you
You have
man?
Agüero, Di Maria off the bench. Again, this has always been like how good they are. Ezequiel Palacios,
Hey,
I
Guido.
really like him.
Guido's on there. Guido Rodriguez.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
Angel Correa, who didn't even play. And he's had a great season with Atletico.
So, I mean, there's a reason why Brazil and
Go down?
go down.
Oh, never mind. I thought I said... Okay, I said Nahuel, but I thought it was...
What's the wait?
From Tigres.
Yeah, no. So, you know, they put them in opposite brackets. Obviously, Brazil and Argentina. That has to be the final. Like, it has to be.
Has to be, right?
Has to be the final. Paraguay, Bolivia, sure.
Dude, last player I just remember from Paraguay was Cabañas. Salvador Cabañas.
There
Bullet on the head.
was.
That was a crazy story. If you guys don't know who Salvador Cabañas is, look him up. Striker, crack from America. I'll give him
Amazing
that.
striker.
This guy, his career ended in the craziest way. This dude is at a bathroom at a bar, and there's video of it.
There's video of it, yeah.
He's taking a piss in the urinal, and the guy just goes behind him and shoots him on the head.
Yeah.
Like, he survived.
He survived.
Like, the bullet
Still has
in
the
his
bullet
head.
in there.
And he played after.
He played after, which
He
is
didn't get to the level
insane.
he was, but he played like...
I always, and that's the thing.
Oh my
He was
God.
known as for good headers. Like, I was so scared for a header to just like
Sinking the
just,
bullet
like,
a little
move
bit
the
more.
bullet a little.
But yeah, look
just
up
like,
that story if you don't know. Salvador Cabañas, man. The craziest story.
Yeah. So I mean, sure.
And
Paraguay,
3-1,
Bolivia.
And
Sure.
were those all the games?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3,
that's
4,
it.
5,
Because I mean, there's only
6,
2
7,
groups
8.
of 5. So there's only 10
That's
teams.
8 games.
Exactly.
Is there anyone that didn't play?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Uruguay didn't play. And Peru. What happened to that game? Uruguay, Peru. Do you know what happened to that game?
Let's look it up. Uruguay, Peru.
Like, they just didn't play it, and they... When is that game going to happen?
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
not going to happen?
hey, what happened? Wait, did it happen?
It didn't.
But what was it supposed to?
It was, I guess.
Where?
Thursday, Peru plays Brazil, and Uruguay plays Argentina on Friday.
I mean, they could probably, because it's an odd number of teams in the in each group, so maybe it's like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. So that's
Pinche Conmebol, güey.
CONMEBOL and CONCACAF coming up with these wild ass, just like last second tournaments. I mean, Copa America is historic, but like, you know, CONCACAF just giving out trophies for friendlies that doesn't really matter. So there is that.
True. Very, very true.
I'm just trying to.
Wow, the
just
Clippers
check
are
up.
destroying.
Absolutely.
107 to
Fuck
92.
yeah, Clippers. I'm just trying to figure anything out. Anything else that we're missing? No. So we'll keep talking Euros. We'll keep talking Copa America.
We'll keep
San
talking
Diego
loyal.
because I mean it's the gift that keeps on giving. And
And whenever something big happens in the NFL, we'll talk about it.
Julio Jones went to the Titans.
And we mentioned it last week too.
I mean, again, there's nothing else as far as like NFL. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and end it there.
Yeah, shout out to Tacos El Vaquero over on 3rd Avenue in Chula Vista in front of Spring Punk Sales. He's doing a ticket giveaway for Bad Bunny tickets. If
Conejo
you're
Malo.
interested, if you like Conejo Malo, if you like Naruto, que se convierte en Itachi.
I love it. Shout out to Fierce Beats, which you're listening to. If you need a beat for anything, hit them up. Fierce _beats on Instagram. European PB European imports over in Pacific Beach mechanic shop. So if you guys need anything up there, go ahead and hit them up. Ask for Coach Alex. With that said, again, Bridge Barkada 619. We'll be out there. We'll give out some tickets and
we have something pretty cool coming up with Chavos this week.
Yeah, we're actually gonna have a second episode of Chelas con Chavos, and we could say it right now, we're gonna be not live, depending on their Wi-Fi. Actually, we might do it live, depending on the Wi-Fi at the shop. We'll do a Chelas con Chavos from
Merch Mansion,
the shop at Merch Mansion. We'll see if people want to hop on by, see who's at the office. We might get a super surprise. I don't know who's gonna be there, so
we don't know what's gonna happen now, but it's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. So again, thank you for checking us out. A lot of people are watching our videos on YouTube. Listen to everything on Spotify, Instagram, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you choose. Thank you for listening to us. Two Bells and a mic. Bye.
Deuces.